What up, what up, what up? We got another coaching hire. So the Ravens job is filled with Jesse Minter. The Pittsburgh Steelers went with Mike McCarthy. Wild, wild times. I'm going to let everyone creep in here for a minute. Guys, if you're in here, we do have the Bowman Draft 25 one-box random and Saturday Serial Optichrome round 1. Round 2 did not fill, but you're going to see a very cool football random I'm about to throw up tonight that I'm really excited about. A product I've never opened, so super pumped for that. Hopefully I get some people in here ready to chat in a minute. Happy Saturday. Went to a card show today. And just got to watch my son do Ninja. And it was just a good day so far. I'll show you a couple pickups in a minute. I'm going to let everyone just pop in for a minute. I'll be right back. Stay with me here for a second. I'm going to click on something. Like I said, let me type something to everyone in here. Check out.
Coordinator again. For the 5th consecutive season, Todd Bowles will have a new one calling the plays. This time around, it's Zach Robinson who stays in the NFC.
He's their weak link. Never going to happen. And that's a tough set of keys to grab and try to get that thing moving again. And I was just one of the cogs in that whole group. Basically, we were just going to pump the tires back up and get rolling.
What you're saying is you're like, anybody else want to drive? Or I guess I'm the one who's jumping in the driver's seat. Jeff, I'm going to quote quarterbacks often. You hear them say this, specifically backups. I prepare like I'm a starter. I prepare like I'm a starter. Now, there's preparing like a starter, and then there's being thrust into being the starter. Can you give us some insight into what Jared Stidham might be feeling like right now? Because you have...
All right, I'm back. I wanted to let people trickle in. If you didn't hear, happy Saturday. Super pumped for this. Wanted to show a couple of my pickups back here. The Josh Allen Micro Mosaic, the Uptown Josh Allen. I also got something I've never had before. Really pumped about. Want to get it out before I forget. My very first I've ever owned, my Josh Allen Downtown Jumbo. So a couple case hits and these box toppers. It was, to me, one of the more exciting card shows I've been to. They have it every month at the mall now. It used to be a once-a-year show. It's expanded pretty heavily and just was like packed today. I heard from Jason Upchurch as well. He said his show that he was at, obviously I think out in his area of Alabama, was packed as well. Wait. Yeah, he lives in Alabama. I always think he lives in Georgia, but he's an Atlanta fan, Alabama fan, lives in Alabama. His father lives in Georgia, I believe. Big shout out to Mr. Upchurch who hooked us up with the Falcons tickets this year. We are going to do the Optichrome first. Who got the one spot? Tay. Obviously, the one spot in this product, I don't... Oh, all the first two base cards are ones, which is fine. I don't mind doing it this way at all. I'm glad you guys don't. We've been filling them in an awesome fashion. So, and I think the product is worth it. The chase is fun in this, but the higher numbers, the one spot and whatnot, has a much better edge in this. As a matter of fact, taking a majority of the cards, that's okay. If you get another number, still have a shot. Kind of like a mini Raz with some opportunity built in is how I'm looking at it. The gold vinyl, the Yante Wester 101, Tay Taylor. The nice thing is we have had some people, different people in the one spot every time. The only thing I'd recommend is if you really want to go for that, grab a couple spots, increase your odds. I'm not saying that as a salesperson, but just as a person who's like, it's a product I really want the one spot of. So I'd also do 101 Amara in Hampton. I would also be willing to do these as personal rips if anyone's interested. We're chasing that Mendoza, the Mahomes. We got the Barry 101. Marcus Roseme Jack Saint. It is out of 4. But again, we've been seeing this a ton. 1 out of 4. I don't know if it's just this case or what. Tay Taylor getting the first auto. We know that whoever gets the 1 spot is getting the first 2 base cards. So their base, every card in the product's a 101. I'm not sure if that means they have a lot of value or not. Mario Anderson Jr. It is going to be a 4 out of 6. Dougie, you got one. Last night, he hit a lot of the 101s, but was upset for the break before it. He did not get the 1 spot. Guys, if you're in here for Bowman, we're doing this right after. I will be moving a little quicker than normal as I have my mother-in-law's birthday dinner tonight. I have to be ready to go by 5:30. But, hey, we haven't seen this aquatic yet. This is like Coral Reef. Micah Hudson, aquatic. It is going to be a 101. Tay Taylor. I'm kind of glad you guys are getting behind the 101 chases in this and not shying away from it. I have a second case. If we want to try to do it as a larger player break, we may do that. I'm going to look at the total checklist. And since there's not a lot of multi-sign cards in this, Neiman Lawrence, also a 101. Heavy 101 product in the Optichrome. All the autos are numbered to 10 or less, though. Neiman Lawrence. And again, we haven't seen the aquatic Coral Reef yet. We've seen the clownfish. We saw another, I think, a sea turtle. We got a patch auto. It's going to be George McIntyre. The box packers are lame. Well, this is an 8 out of 8 going to Drake the Snake. I love the Drake. I hate the Drake. Rookie relic autograph, George McIntyre. How hard is it to look? I don't think there's much looking going on. Did you see Fanatics Topps missed a card in the set at like card 256 in basketball? Like they just completely neglected to put that card in the set. So they're going to put it in another set or something. I think it was for the Topps Series 1 or they missed it in Topps Chrome, so they're going to add it in a I'm sure it was like they did it on purpose like they always do. Whoa! Look at this. How about Ray Lewis, Optimus? So Barry, Joe Montana, Ray Lewis. Jeremiah Love was the college guy we pulled. This is Ray Lewis, old Baltimore man. It is out of 10, but like Dougie said, they could have looked. They could have put a 4 out of 10. I don't think they care. 1 out of 10. Well, Doug, you want to know something else, how they don't care? I said this lately. They put out a product. Now, they clearly don't know that, serial numbers is a way people will break cards. They made a new product where every card is numbered 9 or less. And I turned it down. I was like, I don't want any of that. Because literally, I just have to, I could do it as 9 spots. But, like, then the price goes up. And what if, it's just like, it's just, why do it to 9 or less? Just make it 10. So Martin Hampton and Wester were our base cards. We did have the 101s of Neiman Lawrence and Micah Hudson, aquatic, very cool. We had the George McIntyre, that was going to be the 8 out of 8 to Drake. Mario Anderson went to the 4 spot, that was Dougie. We had the Marcus Rosemary Jack Saint, which was out of 4, 1 out of 4 to the 1 spot, and a 1 of 1 Ray Lewis, 1 of 10 Ray Lewis to close it off. It's a cheap chase for a nice car like this. Ray Lewis, not a ton of his autos like out of products, so that's nice. Again, lots of chase opportunities in here so far. Barry, Ray Lewis, Joe Montana, which again, he's the bitch of Leaf, so It was. I'm going to switch over to Bowman here, guys. One of my favorite things about going to that show today, but it was also the death of me at the show, was I got in there and I ran into Norman, who pulled the 101 Barry Sanders, by the way. And I ran into 2 other guys in our group. Then I ran into Nate Long from our group. I ran into some guys that I just see from card shows that I only get to see at card shows. And Was talking to them, and before I knew it, my dad's like, "Yo, we gotta go soon if you're gonna see Paxton's ninja competition." What up, Calkins? So not only did I get to do the card show today, but I got to see my son take third in the ninja competition today. Qualified for a national contest. We won't be going because it's in Texas, and airfare is a son of a bitch. It really is. I say that as I buy $200, $300 Josh Allen, but it's different. I don't think my son wants to go to it. He's not quite there yet. He's getting there. Good luck, everybody. Again, I'm going to be going through this a little bit faster than normal, just because we've seen this. We know how the some people just even skip right over this. But I also got to get ready for my mother-in-law's birthday dinner. If you can see the background there. Oh, that's right. The snack pack would be at the top. That just means it's in one of the other boxes. Billy Carlson. Kid Crossland. We got a Ryan Waldschmidt and a first Michael Salina for the Padres. Guys, just a reminder, too, that anything that breaks this weekend, it was going to be a Monday ship. It sounds like it's going to have to be. I'm getting my stuff around. It'll be ready to ship as soon as the weather permits. There's already been warnings that, hey, we're probably going to be like, supposed to get like 14 to 16 inches tomorrow. So if mail will go out on Monday, it'll go out most likely. If not, it'll probably be a Tuesday ship whenever I can get it out. But again, all this stuff is getting sorted right away and your package is ready to go out. So one of my goals was to be more on top of the shipping, be more on top of doing the breaks as they fill. I feel like I'm getting better. Tim Piacentin for the Blue Jays. Checkerboard first there. Blake Mitchell. Eli Willits. Ryan Sloan and Rojas for the Cubs. So, again, I don't know if you can see this over here or not. But Resurgence. We're chasing some Drake May autos tonight. We're also chasing the downtowns. And there's some other stuff in that 8 autos per box. Maybe some Carson Beck, Shador, Drew Brees, Caleb Williams. I believe, I don't know if that's a set with Mahomes and Allen. But it'll only be $25 a spot. So a nice cheap way to chase some good stuff. We've been on a case hit streak lately. If you didn't see, we pulled the Genie of Mahomes last night. That car was awesome. We pulled a Color Blast. Doug got the case hit out of Bowman, which I thought was really cool. Doug, we were talking about that at the show today. Me and Nate Long. There's a Maury. First Yemen for the Orioles and a Zach Root for LA. I got to say, I did look for the Tyler Shuck autos today. Tons of Spencer Rattler autos. Could not find a licensed Tyler Shuck auto for John. Thought I maybe had a shot at Slam's very big, what do they call it, the white elephant, or what's it called when something's, really, really hard to chase. He wants that Amon Ra St. Brown 22 select out of 10. I saw a dude, he had like a bunch of Amon Ra's in his case, and I was like, hey, I got to ask you, any 22 select short prints? He's like, no, just like what's in the case. I'm like, man. Sometimes, you see a guy who invested heavy in Amon Ra. He's like, I might have it at home. Let me get your number. Ching Sing Lo or Co for LA out of 99. And Aiden West for the Dodgers. Dougie with the auto. It was pretty interesting. Nate Long in our group, his son's always with him, and his son knows a lot about cards. And he was saying how his son was even like, oh, I like the out of 5 you pulled. So I pulled it up. But it's just cool to be able to connect with that. I got to remember sometimes that kids do watch this. Try to get better at that too. No drinking helps that a little bit. Both of those for LA, the auto and the number. That's a good pack for you, Dougie. Walker Jenkins, LaGrange, and J.D. Dix. But yeah, I really did enjoy the show. Got to look for some of my own stuff. Got some PC stuff. Got some baseball repack stuff. And was able to look for some of the stuff for guys in our group. No success on that. Some guys, it annoys me. They just mark their stuff up so much knowing people are going to negotiate. And it bothers me because, like, let me know, yeah, I can work on pricing. So you'll be like, well, you're 200 over. Yeah, I can probably go down 150 on that. Well, A, you're not really giving me 150 off. You're still marking it up $50 over comms. That strategy, I said I don't like to start there. I'll just, thank you. Yo, buddy. Is that good? What the actual fudge? My gosh. Holy bonkers. Is he good? I had to get in a top loader right away. Golly. That will do it. If Nate Long's in here, I know I'll be hearing from him. He's like, he said he thought we had one the other day. I'm going to get through the rest of the pack before I have to keep moving on, fortunately, because I look at the time and I see what it is. I don't think one thing you're allowed to be late for is your mother-in-law's birthday. Plus, I haven't had a lot of chat lately in here, man. If I'm going to take my time on this, I got to have some chat. We'll leave that in the back for the peeps. That one got me a little shaky. I'm not going to lie. I don't get hits like that. They get me too often. We'll recap it at the end. We're going to keep moving, though. We got J.R. Ritchie out of 99. Yeah, that one got me a little bit. I like to get that in a sleeve and a top loader right away anyhow. So, last thing you want on those chrome is any surface level issues. Which was something when I bought the Josh Allen today, I bought the Mosaic, Billy Carlson, and Marcus Phillips. The Mosaic and the Uptown, they were both in mag cases and not a single sleeve on them. That's where I have an issue with putting cards in a mag case. Man, we must not have people talking. Not a single response, man, to any of the pulls. But I can't believe people don't put a sleeve on top especially for the chrome stuff. I also can't believe there's a Kate Anderson. I also can't believe that they haven't developed any type of Passantine and a Mura, any type of new storage like the mag cases. People get worried about the corners and the surface on them. How has no one really developed any new type of technology or new type of equipment that would prevent either of those things and make people more confident in using the mag cases? Olavito out of 150. First blue for the Tigres going out to Lonnie. And first with the blue, Mason McConaughey for the Rangers going out to Jeff Blomberg. Hoping we still do get one of those snack packs. I just got to see what they look like. I haven't seen them in a break. I've seen the mock-ups of the cards. So maybe we have one of those yet. This has overall been a very good case of Bowman. Today being probably the best box, but we did get the case hit too, which a lot of people said they've watched a lot of Bowman and haven't seen one pulled yet. Corey said he hasn't seen one pulled. Doug said he's watched a lot and hasn't seen one pulled. Doug actually getting that card. This is going to be for the Blue Jays in action. JoJo Parker. Dax Kilby and Tyler Bremner. This one out of 250. That's all the numbered auto goes for the Nats. Who's Chef Jeff? What is that from a show, Chef Jeff? Oh, it is. Unless you're really a chef. Chef Jeff is on a show I've watched recently where their kid gets kidnapped and he's like a famous chef, Chef Jeff. Or is it from something else? Because I definitely was like, Chef Jeff, I just saw that. There's an Eli Willits. And I'm going to have to get the fastest shower ever in the world. JJ Weatherholt, Kane Kepley, and Johnny Slowinski. 375. I would have guessed a lot more than that. Especially when it's the number one dude in the product. But I guess it is numbered high. A little higher than, you know. So what's his base auto go for? I would have expected that to be a little higher on some of the high-end pricing that we see out of this. But hey, not bad. I mean, just when these boxes, that's like a half the price of the box. So you really got to hit some of those low-numbered ones. How about an Adonis Guzman? What's that go for? First Bowman auto out of 75. Pirates. Dougie getting one. Now that might take care of our box there. Guzman for the Pirates out of 75. This case has been hot, man. Liam Doyle, Braden Montgomery, Cooper Pratt. Someone look up the Guzman. Last sold 375. That's not bad at all. Chef Jeff, you want to cook us up some comps? I like that. See what I did there, Chef Jeff? Cook us up some comps on that a Guzman. Peter Cuso for the Mets out of 250. Bowman. First Bowman for the Mets out of 250. Sorry. Bob Riley. Weatherholt, Hedges, and Cody Miller. Not a bad box at all, if I can say so. Jeepers creepers. We'll recap for it. The first few sold for $700. I still, for the life of me, don't get the people that... I mean, the only thing I can think of is people buy them quick. They want it so that they can get them out to, you know, PSA on Rush. All right, Peter Cuso out of 250 for the Mets. The JoJo Parker in action die cut. Mason McConaughey, 1 per box on that, 1 per box on this for the Rangers. Going out to Jeff Blomberg. Oliveto out of 150. First Bowman Tigers. J.R. Ritchie out of 99. Maldonado, first Bowman Chrome. Co out of 99. Passantine for the Blue Jays checkerboard. And Eli Willits there. We had our 3 autos, 2 numbered monsters. Aiden West for LA to Dougie. He also got the Guzman out of 75. Really? That's it? First auto out of 75. It's just wild on these box prices. And then the Willits out of 250. All right, guys. I hate to rip and roll, but it seems to be that way. It's my goal has been to get to you and rip right away. Instead of making you wait, sometimes that comes with a rush trip instead of making you wait all night. I'll be back tonight with more. I will see you guys soon. All love for the fan. Peace.